Good morning, folks. Good morning, folks. It's your bro, Rich here. Today's video is now another extended video of the previous Pontiac Firebird, Pontiac Firebird video, and today's video is now the third extension to the last video I previously did. So before I continue on, make sure you guys all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell and hit notification bell, and hit all. So you literally don't want to make burn your bloods. All right. So without any further ado, let's begin. So, T-tops. I'm just currently doing it because I was close to finishing the previous video, but I couldn't even do that. But oh well. So let's do it. So, T-tops became a RPO regular production option. So regular production option for other Firebird. T-tops became a regular production option, so an RPO for other Firebirds in 1977. The Y82 option included these pieces, such as exclusive black and gold decals, gold pinstriping along the body of the car, Formula steering wheel with gold spokes and a horn button, gold honeycomb 15 by 7 inch wheels, gold window crank covers if ordered. if ordered with power windows. Not the usual lineup windows, but with a button. So if ordered with power windows, a gold shifter button for automatic cars, and a gold aluminum machine and a gold aluminum aluminum machined dash. So gold aluminum machined dash bezel with a black outline. Next up is 1977. The 77 Firebird received a facelift that featured 4 rectangular headlights. The shaker scoops also revised for that year with the entirely 1977 built TAs coming with off-center, low-profile shaker scoops. The formula hoods changed for the last time. For the Gen 2 with a much lower profile. The snowflake wheel became the snowflake wheel became an option for all Firebirds. It was Firebirds it was standard with the with the Y82 with the Y82 appearance pack, although it could be replaced with Rally 2 wheels as a credit credit option for 40 Spree, not the Lotus because it's got nothing to do with it. 40 Spree version of the Firebird, an optional appearance pack, um, RPO W 60 uh, RPOW 60 called the Skybird Appearance Pack. So Skybird Appearance Pack uh, became available, featuring both an all blue exterior, exterior and interior. That so all blue exterior and interior. This pack's originally slated to be called the Bluebird, similar to the Yellowbird and the Redbird. So to be slated to be called a Bluebird, similar to the Yellowbird and Redbird packs to follow in the upcoming model years. But the name was already 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 in use for a company but the name was already in use for a company that produced school buses. In 1977, GM began to source a larger selection of V8s. So in 1977, GM began GM began to source a larger selection of V8s to supply in the lower model Firebirds, and both the 5.7 liter Oldsmobile 350 and the 6.6 liter 403 V8s, as well as both the 5 liter Chevy 305 and 5.7 liter 350 V8s. So in 5.7 liter 350 V8s became 5.7 liter 350 V8s became options for the Firebird, Esprit, and Formula after June 1977. So 1977. Previously, the Chevy Inline Six was the only outsourced motor in a Firebird. Pontiac made the 4.9 liter 301 V8. So 301 V8. Well technically 302 V8. Available for order. Available for order. Available for order in the lower Firebird models, but due to both such high demand and popularity, they removed its availability from the Firebird model to allow enough 301 V8s um, for the other Pontiac lines. It was reintroduced as an option in 1979, the end of the 70s. So the end of the 1970s, classic proper year for muscle cars, and the final year for proper muscle cars as well, as production for the 400 as production for the 6.6 liter 400 V8 ceased and tooling was converted over to the 301 4 point, so over to the 4.9 to the 4.9 liter 301 V8. So, so they removed its availability from the Firebird model to allow. So they removed its availability from the Firebird model. They removed its availability. There we go. They removed its availability from the Firebird model to allow enough 4.9 liter 301 V8s from the other Pontiac lines. It was reintroduced as an option. It was reintroduced as an option in 1979 as production for the 6 point as production for the 6 point as production for the 6.6 liter 400 V8 was both ceased and tooling was converted over to the 4.9 liter 301 V8. The and tooling was converted over to the 301 4.9 liter 301 V8. The Trans Am now had three different motor options. Three different motor options. The standard Pontiac L78, the standard Pontiac Pontiac L7 Pontiac L78 400, the optional extra cost, so more expensive expensive Pontiac W70 W72 W72 400 and the Oldsmobile sourced L80 403. All three are 6.6 liter V8s. So 6.6 liter V8s. The 77 models, so models from 1977, also saw the cubic inch numbers on the shaker switched in favor of the metric displacement. In favor of the metric displacement. So in favor of the metric displacement. The shakers had a 6.6 liter 6.6 liter decal for all L78 Pontiac for all L78 Pontiac 400 and the shakers had a 6.6 liter decal for all. The shakers had a 6.6 liter decal. It's a 6.6 liter decal for all L78 Pontiac 400 and L80 Oldsmobile 403 motors. Only the optional W72 Pontiac 400 received the TA 6.6 decal. As Pontiac had discontinued the 7.5 liter 455 V8 in the previous model year, a modified 6.6 liter 400 Pontiac V8. So a modified 6.6 liter 400 Pontiac V8, dubbed the TA. Well, I'm not sure what the TA stands for. I think it's time attack. I'm not sure. 6.6 with the Ariel cold stuck. Anyways, just drink water. Maybe that'll help. So yeah, a modified. So I'm still here. A modified 6.6 liter of 400 Pontiac. 6.6 liter of 400 Pontiac. 11. Alright, so a modified 6 point. A modified 6 point. A modified 6.6 liter. 6.6 liter 400 Pontiac V8, dubbed the TA 6.6 with the RPO W72 became available. With the RPO W72 became available pay as a pay extra upgrade to the standard 6.6 liter 400 L78 V8. It came featured with a tuned 4-barrel 800 CFM cubic feet per minute Rochester quadrajet carburetor, and at 3,600 RPM for power and 2,400 for torque. It was rated at 200 horsepower. So at 200 horsepower and 325 pound feet, 441 newton of torque, as opposed to the regular 6.6 liter 400 L78 V8 rated at rated at only 180 horsepower. Only 180 horsepower. The TA 6.6 liter V8 also came equipped with chrome valve covers, while the standard 400 motors the standard 400 V8s had blue painted valve covers. That's why the valve covers painted in blue. So painted blue. For 1977, the W72 shared the same air cleaner and shared the same 500,577 cast iron block. So cast iron motor block, as the L78 perceived the 6x4 heads. So the 6x4 heads, headers or the bolts, I'm not 100% sure. Whereas the L78 um, received the lower compression 6x8 heads. The 6x4s were used um, on early 5.7 liter uh, uh, Pontiac 350 uh, motor blocks that helped increase the compression, and had hardened valve seats for a higher RPM operating range. The Oldsmobile 403 was implement the Oldsmobile 403 6.60 V8 was implemented as the 400 Pontiac. Um, couldn't satisfy emissions. Couldn't satisfy couldn't satisfy emissions requirement. Couldn't satisfy emissions requirements for altitude states in high altitude states and California, where I might move to California some in the near future. I don't know, maybe visit. I'm not too sure, but someday I might visit California. I don't know. Maybe Los Angeles because the wildfires have ended. So hopefully there will be change of improvements to make LA safe. I don't know, but maybe there's some other places in California I would want to visit, like San Jose, Monterey, Bakersfield. I think there's a place, Bakersfield. I'm not too sure. Fresno, there's one. Uh, Santa Rancho Margarita, which is one of the safest places in California. What else? What else? What else? Tulare, Victorville, anywhere. I don't really know, but I'll decide for myself. Anyways, let's not get too carried away with this, but there's many other places I would want to go to, but I'll decide. Anyways, gonna get too carried away. Alright, so the Oldsmobile 403s implemented as the 400 Pontiac couldn't satisfy emissions requirements for high altitude states and California. Wanting to still offer a 6.6 liter option for the Trans Am. The 403 Olds, the Oldsmobile 403s, seen as a suitable replacement as one expected with an AIR or air emission system. I'm not sure what AIR stands for the emission terms, but I don't know. So emissions system, it can satisfy the emissions. It can satisfy the emissions criteria for these states and still offer the power ratings expected of the Trans Am. The L80 Oldsmobile 403 6.6 V8 had slightly more power, so slightly more power, slightly more power than the standard 6.6 liter 400 Pontiac L78 V8. So 6.6 in the standard 6.6 liter 400 L78 Pontiac V8 motor at 185 horsepower, which is not really much. It's not so much, anyways. It offered the same low end torque of 320 pound feet. So 320 pound feet, 430 newton meters of torque, at a more usable operating range of 2200 RPM. From 1977, the year the first Smoking a Bandit film came out, so for 1977 until 1981, the Firebird used four square headlights, while the Camaro continued to retain the two round headlight. Well, the Camaro continued to retain the two round headlights that had been shared by both Gen t- by both by both Gen 2 designs. The 77 Trans Am Y82 Special Edition, the 77 Trans Am Y82 Special Edition gained significant fame after its film debut in um, after its 1977 film debut in Smokey and a Bandit. So Smokey and a Bandit in 1977. I think there was like three of these anyways. It's just like what Back to the Future did, but the first movie came out in 1985. So it was 8 years after the first Smokey and a Bandit film, or movie came out, which was in 1977. So after his film debut in Smokey and a Bandit in 1977, leading to a drastic increase in sales of the fire. So leading to a drastic increase in sales of the Firebird in the following years as its current day collectability. Like I checked, did it actually came out in 1977? Smokey and a Bandit. Yeah, it did. Like, look, they had so many freaking songs throughout the world. Smokey and a Bandit, but my most favorite was "Westbound and Down" by Jerry R. Hubbard. Really, I listen to that every single time. It's just like just the best. I mean, literally. So Westbound and Down. I legit love that one. So it was written by Jerry R. Hubbard. So his full name was Jerry Reed Hubbard. He was simply known as Jerry Reed himself, who was an American country singer, guitarist, composer, songwriter, and actor who appeared in more than a dozen films. So he did so many songs. So his signature songs included, got a bunch of these, such as Guitar Man, U.S. Mail, uh, A Thing Called Love, Alabama Wildman, Amos, Moses, When You're Hot, which garnered a Grammy Award for Best Country Vocal Performance Male. Coco Joe, Lord Mr. Ford, and my most favorite one, Eastbound and Down, which was the theme song for the 1977 film Smokey and the Bandit, in which Jerry co-starred in. They got the bird and she got the gold mine. I got the shaft. Reed, he was inducted into the Musicians Hall of Fame and Museum. He was announced as an inductee in the Country Music Hall of Fame. In the Country Music Hall of Fame, uh, in April 2017, and he was officially announced, and he was officially inducted by Bob Bear on October 24th, 2017. So his full name was Jerry Reed Hubbard, or just Jerry Reed, born on March 20th, 1937, in Atlanta, so in the capital of Atlanta, Georgia, in the most populous city, and in Fulton County, which is its county seat, and a little bit about Atlanta, Georgia. For some of it, it was where Furious 7 was filmed, Paul Walker's final film before his passing, may rest in peace. And for those who are wondering what happened to uh, to Jerry Reed, how he passed away. He married country singer Priscilla Mitchell on July 9th, 1959, who had two daughters, Sadina, Sadina Ann Hubbard, born April 2nd, 1960, and Charlotte Elaine Lottie Salati Savala, born October 1970, who also became country singers. Reed passed away. I don't really say died, rarely, because it's a bit too much to really handle that much. So to say passed away or demise, because when I say death or just died, because it sounds a bit vague when I say death. Sometimes, so like demise would be like a more scientific approach. A little bit more about Reed. He was a heavy cigarette smoker. Uh, Thom Bresh, who is the son of Merle Travis and a close friend of Reed's, produced a 1990s video. So a 90s video with Reed acting out his desire to quit smoking, which was a song called Another Puff, which Jerry Reed uh, produced. So Jerry Reed, Another Puff, which was his first 1972 released single that serves as a public service video from Reed on the dangers of smoking cigarettes. This is just crazy to believe. Anyways, back to the Pontiac. So for 1977 until 1981, the Firebird used four square headlights, while the Camaro continued to regain the two round headlights that has been shared by both Gen 2 designs. The 77 Trans Am Y82 Special Edition gained significant fame after its film debut in Smoking the Bandit in 1977, the year the Firebird was released. So Smoking the Bandit in 1977, leading to a drastic increase in sales of the fire, increase in sales of the Firebird in the following years, and its current day collectability. Next up is 1978, and there's it's a bit more than that. Pretty much the same level as 1977, I guess. But let's do it. Anyways, changes for 1978. Changes for 1978 were slight, with a switch from a honeycomb to a crosshatch pattern grille. being the most notable change to the body style. The decals for the standard Trans Am changed from the looping style lettering to the block style font to the block style font that would remain on the Firebird until the end of the Gen 2 Firebird, until the Gen 2 ends its production life. Uh, the optional um, the optional T-tops uh, transitioned from Hearst, a company that does like shifters and whatnot, installed units to Fisher units, both designed and created in-house by General Motors in mid-year 1978. Pontiac also introduced the Redbird pack on a Firebird Esprit model, painted in Code 72. Painted in Code 72, Roman red with a matching deluxe uh, carmine carmine or carmine. It's spelled Carmine. Carmine or carmine. I can't pronounce it. Red interior. Uh, it demonstrated golden. It demonstrated gold accents. It demonstrated gold accents. So it demonstrated gold accents. Um, with a unique redbird graphic on the exterior B pillars. It also included a Formula steering wheel with gold spokes and a gold dash bezel, sorry, similar to the ones included in the special edition pack. However, both the red and both the red and gold steering wheel was exclusive to the Redbird Esprit. Not the Lotus Esprit, but because for one, it's got nothing to do with it, and two, it would kind of create confusion a little bit. A new appearance pack on offer for the Trans Am was the Gold Y88 Special Appearance Pack, available for order in late 1977. So in late 1977, it was a new variation of so available for order in late 1977. It was a new variation. It was a new variation of the black Y82 Special Appearance Pack, and featured all few of these parts, and featured an all gold color palette, exclusive gold mirrored T-tops, 15 by 7-inch snowflake aluminum wheels, a new 5-color gold hood decal. So 5-color gold hood decal. All Y88s were painted in paint code 51 solar gold, and always featured code 62 camel tan interior. However, the WS6, sorry. However, the WS6 special, however, the WS6, the WS6 special performance pack, deluxe interior and tan colored seat belts were still pay extra options. So the optional extras. Unbelievable. Like, you're paying so much for extra pieces. Like, why can't you just install it into the car and you'll be done with? So save you a bunch of time and money. But no, they just have to put the prices on each of these pieces. Each of these components, pieces, whatever. Get such higher prices. I don't know why would they do this. Why don't you just make it cheaper? But yeah, they'll still have money. unbelievable, just unbelievable. Anyways, let's not get too carried away. So, where was I? Oh Christ, I forgot where I was now. All right, we're gonna do that part again. So, a new appearance pack, on offer for the Trans Am was the gold Y88 special appearance pack, available for order in late 1977. It was available for order in late 1977. It was a new variation of the black Y82 special appearance pack. It featured an all gold and completely all gold color palette. So all gold color palette, exclusive gold mirrored T-tops, 15 by 7-inch snowflake aluminum wheels, and a new and 15 by 7-inch snowflake aluminum wheels, and a new 5-color gold hood decal, like sticker technically. All Y88s were painted in paint code 51. Where's that? In paint code 51 solar gray, not gray, solar gold. Sorry, in paint code 51 solar gold. There we go, much better. In paint code 51 solar gold, and always featured code 62 camel tan interior. I don't know why paint like colors these days need codes. I really don't understand why, but I don't know. Say in paint code 51 uh, solar gold and always featured code 62 camel tan interior. However, the WS6 special performance pack, deluxe interior, and tan colored seatbelts were still pay extra options. The Y88 featured um, brown pinstriping as opposed to the gold pinstriping on the pinstriping on the Y82 Y84 pack, and included a new design, 5-color hood decal and block style gold font callouts. The Y88 SE debuted the Fisher style uh, T-top roof, and featured special gold tinted Fisher glass tops exclusive to the Y88. There are no confirmed there are no confirmed documented examples of hardtop Y88s made. The Y88s discontinued due to problems Pontiac experienced. Due to problems Pontiac experienced with the solar gold paint, such as streaking in either the paint or green, so either streaking in the paint or a green discoloration with the water based paint used at the Van Nuys assembly plant in Van Nuys, California. It's like streaking, as in like drips of paint around the paintwork around the car, or the discoloration like there's with the water based paint used at the Van Nuys assembly plant. It's like it's like there's not much color to the paint. There's like it's a bit too light and whatnot. It's like there's barely any color to the actual paint of the car. So or green discoloration with the water-based paint used at the Van Nuys assembly plant in Van Nuys, California. So in Van Nuys, San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles, California. It was then changed back to the black Y84, replaced RPO Y82 special appearance pack for the remainder of the 1978 special edition Trans Am build. The W72 motor option also saw a revision to the camshaft duration and the tuning of the Rochester Quadrajet, which led to a 10% increase in power, horsepower from the prior year, bringing the total to 220 horsepower. Not really that bad. Additionally, the earlier stronger and more durable where is that? 481988. So 481988. So 481988 cast iron block returned on the W72. Denoted to a large XX cast protruding on the side of the block near the cast code. The WS6 Trans Am Special Performance Pack, developed by Herb Adams, which was introduced as a handling option for the Trans Am, including a larger diameter rear sway bar, so larger diameter rear sway bar, tighter ratio steering box, 15 by 8 inch snowflake wheels, additional frame bracing, uh, as well as other suspension changes. Initially, the W72s bundled in with the WS6 pack, but mid-year the options separated and became two pay extra items on the dealer device. Delays in manufacturing prevented the rear brake rotor. So delays in manufacturing prevented the rear brake rotor RPO J65 for being available in the 77 model year. Approximately 23.1%, so that's 28,239 of Trans Ams of Trans Ams in 1978 had the WS6 option, according to Pontiac sales info at the start of 1979. Speaking of which, we're on the next one now, 1979. But I figured I'm going to do that for next video because I'm getting a bit too tired now. So for my next extended video, this is still on the Gen 2, so Gen 2 before 1979. So this is gonna be pretty interesting, cool. All right, so for my next Pontiac video, we'll still be on the Gen 2, but for 1979. So this is gonna be pretty exciting and interesting. Considering I only got a few pieces left for Gen 2, it's just gonna take forever. All right. So that'll be it. If you guys like this video, like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you learn when we make video uploads. Okay, so that'll be it. I gotta go. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Stay safe. Have a great morning and also have a great day as well. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Geez, 1:04 a.m. in the morning. I literally gotta hit the bed. So take care, folks. Take care, folks. Take care. Take care, folks. Stay safe out there. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you guys soon. Good night.